Who's your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
It'd probably have to be her funny personality.
What's your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
Probably
What's
Barrett.
your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
The Christmas talent show.
What's been your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory? What about your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
Probably when we do karaoke and she's the only one you can hear singing above everybody
What's
else.
been your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory with her?
When she danced with a stuffed animal snowman.
What has been your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
Whenever kids fall asleep and she wakes them up.
What has been your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
When she always showed us like memes about cats.
What has been your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
My favorite memory of Mrs. Barrett was when she finally won the holiday dress competition a few years back, because she started that tradition here at YMS, and she wanted to win so bad so many years, and it just kept getting stolen from her every year, and she finally tasted victory. So that's definitely my most memorable moment.
What has been your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
Well, I have only worked here this is my 6th year at the middle school. All 3 of my kids had Mrs. Barrett, and they liked her, and she was a great music teacher. But I think my favorite memory is she's so helpful, and she helps out, and she just is so thoughtful for everybody and cares about everybody's feelings. So I really.
What has been your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
Mrs. Barrett is one of the kindest people I have ever met. She's always willing to help. She comes in the morning. She helps to open the door while we're busy. She's just always good to pitch in and be a team player.
What was your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
Well, I had Mrs. Barrett a long time ago in music class, and she taught me how to keep my face in a jar by the door. Great Beatles song.
What was your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
It's got to be when Miss Barrett won the Christmas costume contest.
What's your favorite Mrs. Barrett memory?
Probably karaoke.
Who's Mrs. Barrett?
I don't know. I think she teaches music, but I heard she's retiring for next year.
Oh.
You guys don't know who Mrs. Barrett is?
I don't know. Who is she?
Well, she's only like the best music teacher ever, but she's retiring, so you better enjoy her while you can.
Oh, well, let's go. Better get to class.
Now time to interview the one and only Mrs. Barrett.
Hi, I'm Charlotte, and I will be interviewing Mrs. Barrett. So, why did you decide to teach music?
It was one of the things I did well. I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and I was always teaching my younger siblings things, and always instructing them exactly how I wanted them to sing things. It just seemed like a natural fit. I had the most fun doing music in school.
Okay, what is your favorite part about teaching music?
Getting to know young people.
Why did you decide to retire?
For one thing, I'm old, and I'm tired. After you do something for 42 years, it's time to let somebody else give it a shot.
Okay, and what things will you miss the most when you're gone?
I will miss being with young people routinely. I will miss my colleagues, the other adults in the building. I will miss giggly girls. I will miss getting a regular paycheck. I will miss making students blush the way you are now. That I'll miss a lot.
Okay, what was one of your favorite memories from teaching?
I developed a unit on the Grammy Awards and received a national award for it, and was sent to a convention because of it. I've always enjoyed doing that unit with the students, and it's recently been published. And let's see, I always enjoy the Christmas pageant.
Okay, thank you.
So now you know who Mrs. Barrett is.
Yeah, she's a really good music teacher.
Yeah, but I guess it's too late since she's retiring.
Maybe, but in this video we're going to be talking about all the things that she's going to leave behind.
Hey, what was your guys' favorite part about her?
She was really funny.
Yeah, she was also really weird.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this segment about Mrs. Barrett. Bye.
Bye.
So what was your favorite song from Barrett?
My favorite song from Barrett was probably Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
I love that song. And what was your favorite funny moment that happened?
My favorite funny moment was probably whenever Party in the USA came on and Kami Vester and we both started just blasting out to that song.
What was your favorite song from Barrett?
My favorite song that we sang was probably like All Star by Smash Mouth.
And what was your favorite memory or funny moment?
So a funny moment we had was me and Wilson Webster, and like it was just me, him, and Mrs. Barrett just all blasting out to the song All Star, and it was pretty funny.
All right, thank you. Favorite song from Barrett?
It was probably, I think it was a song by Katy Perry.
Okay, well, what was your favorite memory or a funny moment from that?
Well, my favorite memory, it was probably from this year. It was, we were watching The Wizard of Oz, and when the little people were singing, Mrs. Barrett was dancing in the background and singing with them. It was really funny.
All right, thank you. From Barrett?
Probably the songs like when everybody's singing along and everybody knows it. It's really fun when it's like that.
Yeah. And what's your favorite memory of Barrett?
When Wiley was dancing with Mrs. Barrett.
All right, thank you.
Sophie and some of Miss Barrett's hats.
They're fun, just like Mrs. Barrett. In a purple king outfit.
This is more English. I'm wearing a purple dress.
This dress is very fashionable for princesses back during the medieval times. Here comes Shanice in a beautiful white dress.
You can also see a bunch of Mrs. Barrett's students wearing this dress. Here comes Anna in Miss Barrett's fashionable pink dress.
This dress almost looks like the dress from The Little Mermaid. In a blue dress and a blonde wig.
We were trying to recreate Miss Barrett's prom night.
Come Charlotte in Mrs. Barrett's friend's old wedding dress.
You can find this dress in the 1940s because it was very fashionable back then.
Oh, Merry Christmas. What would you like for Christmas, child?
A Christmas pageant.
Now here's an interview with Miss Barrett about the Christmas pageant that she curated.
So, when was the first time you were in the Christmas pageant?
Oh, gee, I have no idea. One year, I convinced the teachers to just model ugly sweaters. And then the art teacher at that time went all out, and we kind of started competing, and we turned it into a contest, and now it's just sort of like Christmas threw up all over everybody.
Where do you get your ideas for your costumes?
Not always sure. Just, I kind of start with what haven't I worn yet?
What has been one person you've always wanted to be?
A person I've always wanted to be? Oh dear. I would like to be, I've often thought it'd be fun to have a goofy superhero persona.
And what's your favorite costume?
My favorite costume of those that I've made is the Christmas superhero.
Okay, thank you.
Obviously want to see Mrs. Barrett in her costumes.
Mrs. Barrett may seem serious at first, but once you get to know her, she's really fun. And here is one of those moments.
You dolt. A period. F. Oh, I should weep if I have to read another F. Ralphie Parker. Oh, hello. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Prudence Prompt, and I am a test lady.
And now for the yearbook pictures.